brother, father, cousin, the kin, cause it's the Can't Stop Kid, and I'm at it again. I brought something to bump like I always do, and I'ma kick it old school like some light up shoes. Hey yo, back in the day on my cul-de-sac, I was the illest little mug with a juice box. Put my name on the wall with the Crayola pack and stayed fresh from my head to my tube socks. In those days, Yellow Wolf would have been chartreuse, and before
Okay, well, hopefully it's on now. All right, sports fans. What a wonderful day to be alive. It is, man, July 11th. Right now it's 67 degrees. It's like chilly. See if I can ride with my arm vents open. I'm used to the 90s now, so this is kind of a big day for me. We're launching a Kickstarter campaign. I am a chiropractor, located here in Orem, Utah, and I work with a lot of kids for things like neurodevelopmental, neurobehavioral kind of issues, ADHD, autism, anxiety, sensory processing issues, all that kind of stuff. This Kickstarter doesn't have anything to do with that. About 10 years ago, I was out mountain biking, and I ran into our old friend arm pump, grip fatigue, and so this was kind of a consistent issue. There's a beautiful place to bike near here called Corner Canyon. It's an amazing place to ride, actually. And I can't remember if it was there or if it was somewhere else, but I was doing a big long downhill and it was just killing my forearms on the mountain bike. So I got home and I was like, screw this, I'm sick of this arm pump stuff. And so I sketched out, I traced my hand with a pen, and I started sketching up some different options for an external support, which I just called Grip Assist. And no, don't do it. All right. I sketched up a few ideas and I refined it, and I eventually took it to my buddy Greg, and I said, hey, what do you think about this idea? And he looked at it, he's like, that's actually pretty cool. You know, how hard would it be to sew something up as far as a sample? And so I actually took an old pair of mountain bike gloves and I sewed some supports into them, and that was our very first prototype. Once we got that going, he's like, yeah, I think this might work for something. And it's my idea. Of course, everyone thinks their own idea is great, so I didn't want to jump the gun and be like, oh yeah, this is the best thing in the world. You know, what if it doesn't actually solve any problems? And so we ended up filing a patent for it. And, you know, filing a patent is no fun process. I would not suggest most people just go out and do it. It cost us about $20,000, which is not uncommon. Some are cheaper, some are more expensive to pursue. And it took about 2 years. We had to get professional drawings made. We had to do this and that, jump through all these hoops. That it was just really time consuming and a big problem, and it was expensive. And so here we're granted a patent. So I have a patent on this thing now, which belongs to the patent actually belongs to our company. And let's see, we got a patent and we're like, all right, let's try to license this thing. There's no way we can go into business for ourselves. We don't have the capital to start a glove making company, or etc. There's so much to consider. So we started just you know, we made a little hideous video, and we tried a few different things, and we sent the ideas and spec sheets and all that kind of stuff. Well, there weren't, not like spec sheet we have now, more like sketches to all these companies that just, I'm sure, threw it right in the trash. Because they don't want to license a completely unproven idea. And I'm sure they get inundated with ideas anyway, you know, like Nike and Foxhead and all that stuff. So, oh, yeah, losing my mic connection there. So it ended up just kind of fading out. We didn't do anything with it. And so we spent all this money for nothing. Now, a few years later, my buddy Greg's brother, his younger brother, is he's big into motocross. I don't know if he is as much now, but he was. He's, you know, starting and running businesses now, and is married now, so I don't know exactly what hell he's doing with that. But he's like, I want in on this thing. This thing has a ton of potential, and I like it. So he really has just been hugely instrumental. And he went and found somebody for us to actually produce from scratch a prototype. And so with that, we made the Kickstarter video that you'll see on the Kickstarter page. I will try to include a link. Come on, slow race here. Ah, there we go. So we had a prototype made, and he actually had a buddy who does Kickstarter videos or does video production. So he said, yeah, I'll do you a Kickstarter video. So away we go. And last year we had our Kickstarter video done. And we're like, well, how much is it going to be to cost? How much is it going to be to produce, rather? How much, you know, what's our time frame? What do we do with Kickstarter? What's that all about? And so it's taken us about a year to actually get us to the point where we're ready to launch. Within that year, though, we've made a lot of progress. We actually have had we've had foreign and domestic production factories contact us and produce samples for us. So we're shopping factories right now. And so we could place an order like tomorrow if we wanted to, for a run of gloves. It is to that point. I'm not super happy with you know, the final refinements yet, but you know, we're not gonna place an order right now. So here we are today. We finally submitted our Kickstarter campaign to be approved. So I'm going to include, I don't have a ton of subscribers, and I don't produce a ton of videos. You know, it's been a long time since I produced one. The last couple I thought was, man, this is going to be awesome. People are going to love seeing this. The beautiful, you know, sunsets and talking about why I rode a motorcycle and all that stuff. And my mic wasn't working, so I've got to remedy that. Like I said, hopefully the mic's working today. But very excited about that, and hopefully we're going to be able to see some things happen with this Kickstarter, because it really is a cool product. So go check it out. You know, if you're watching this 2 years from now, then maybe you'll have heard of us. All right, but I'm going to be pulling into the office in just a minute. Don't pull in front of me, thank you. And let's see, I still have 2 minutes. A little bit low on gas before people are there to be adjusted. I hope you have a great day. Look how beautiful this is. Nice, cool summer day in July. Crazy. So go out, enjoy your day, no matter what. I texted my buddies this morning right after we got off the phone, and we just launched, or just submitted the campaign for approval. And I felt like Alan Shepard sitting in the Gemini capsule. If you've ever watched The Right Stuff about the Gemini program, really, really cool. But Alan Shepard sitting up there, and they're like, oh, we have a delay, and we have a delay, and we have a delay. And he said, all right, you've done your little checks. Now light this candle. And finally they say, yeah, and they push the button, and they launch the first American into space. So, you know, this is nothing to do with that kind of scope, but that's what it feels like in my life right now. Just a cool thing, cool endeavor. So, yeah, people are already here. I hope you have a great day. And hopefully I'll have good news for you. Oh, and he's looking for me. Or not.